first clash of round 2 has already sent messages, tremors through this arena. Majesty triumphant, His Royal Majesty, Lord of the North. But Ruth's fate still hanging by a thread, awaiting the mercy of the best loser's ticket. And now the spotlight shifts. 2 fresh gladiators step forward. Akinloluwa and Helen. You'll meet them formally in just a bit. Each knows that tonight is more than a contest. It is indeed survival. One of them will march into the quarterfinals with confidence. The other must hope that the narrowest margins, the kindest arithmetic, and the judges' scales of mercy might still carry them through. The motion awaits. The audience leans in and the air tightens with anticipation. This is the second of 3 debates tonight. Akinloluwa on the one hand, Helen on the other, where only brilliance can guarantee safe passage. So Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, the whole of Nigeria, and the far-flung corners of planet Earth, welcome to this second debate.
Yes, of course. And you have already been given your sides, lady and gentlemen, so you know what sides you're debating from. Do you? Can you let us and the audience know?
And I beg to differ.
Lovely. Okay.
All right. So, before we go into the formal introductions and proceed, remember, we are live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. The old stream for the previous debate between Majesty and Ruth has ended. If you are still on that stream, please move.
Refresh. Please refresh.
Refresh. Go back to that page and you will see the new feed where Akin and Helen will hold sway.
I can see this. I can see preparation.
Yeah.
It's about to go down.
Most certainly. So let's meet these 2 great young debaters. Starting with the young lad, 14-year-old SS1. Is in SS2 now. He's going to SS2 now. Yes. So let's say in a few weeks, he will be in SS2. So 14-year-old SS2 student of Wellspring College. Champion of the first Lagos regional finals held here. Welcome, Akinloluwa Olajolo. How are you doing, Akin?
I'm fine.
Ready to go?
Very ready.
Good. Did you say you were supporting the motion?
I am.
Yes. Welcome back. Welcome. His opponent, equally 15. She's just finished high school. She's a student of Government Science Secondary School, Pyakasa-Maitama, Abuja. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please welcome Abu Francis, Helen. Ebo, how are you doing, Helen?
Very fine, sir.
Are you ready to go?
Very ready.
I trust you. Make this a battle worthy of this round of 12 and worthy of a place in the quarterfinal.
I must tell you that the audience, especially on social media, are saying, why are we having the finals today? It is too hot. Well, It's not our making. It just happened.
It's testament to the quality of these young lads.
Absolutely.
Every single contest is a potential final.
Yeah.
Let's get into this one. Let's have the motion, please.
Well, the motion is parents who push their children into sport careers are exploiting them. Are they?
This will be interesting.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
And so we're going to start with the motion supporter, Olajolo. You both have 4 minutes. And your 4 minutes, sir, starts now.
Sustained parental push designed for monetization of a child's potential is not guidance but exploitation. Now, I, Olajolo, I'm going to be supporting the motion that states parents who push their children into sports careers are exploiting them. Firstly, autonomy override is inherent exploitation. Any sustained unilateral parental push in high performance sports is a closure of every other life path, which is a control of every other life path, which is a shutting down of the child's uncoerced self-determination. And even if the child seems to be compliant, the Journal of Youth Sports Psychology has already showed us that this compliance is related to authority and not genuine choice. Secondly, irreversible physical harm. Sports careers require peak physical performance at young ages and adolescence, basically, which can exploit the one thing they cannot replace, their developmental body. And the American Journal of Medicine in Sports has shown us there's a 40 to 80% injury rate per season in adolescent sports. And then concussions can cause long-term psychiatric disorders. Next, emotional and psychological trauma. Now, parents do not even need to shout or threaten children anymore. Simply by controlling their daily schedules and resources, they can create a system where the child fears disappointing the parent and their love is now measured by their performance in their sports, creating emotional captivity. Also, child exploitation for adult pride. Children participating in elite sports and now having to give up schooling, leisure, and friendships, according to the Journal of Sports Society and Education. Children are battling with social anxiety, identity crisis, and educational underachievement. It's like taking a child out of school to go and attend to the family shop. They can sell. Yes, it's beneficial for the shop, but it is very harmful for the child's holistic growth. Also, economic desperation intensifies exploitation. In low-income households, sports looks like a ticket way out, and families are already turning their children into economic engines. And because of the lucrative style of and the lucrative nature of sports, families are now turning their children into engines because they look at Ronaldo and Messi. Families in outside of the world are now turning their children into projects and not more children. Also, the push is structurally coercive. Early on in sports careers, parents have to make a costly commitment, which can create a cut-sunk pressure to continue. Imagine a 10-year-old gymnast who has a 6-hour daily schedule. If she skips a week, she risks a national title. If she fails, she risks family disappointment, social stigma, and loss of opportunity, creating an effective coercive society. Next, minor acceptance is not genuine. A 10-year-old cannot assess long-term rates, irreversible harm, and loss of education. And then Peter Stingog in a research in 2022 showed us that future-oriented decision-making cannot be considered mature until late adolescence. That means minor consent is not acceptable. Also, identity erosion. When you refer to a child as the athlete for all their life, when they fail, it leads to a loss of identity. Many psychiatric studies, including the Good Ethical Psychiatry study in 2002, show us that early career-ending injury and early retirement can lead to loss of identity, social inequality, social problems, and other things in ill, because the other alternative skills are underdeveloped, meaning resilience under coercion is not survival but empowerment. Lastly, moving on, structural exploitation fuels spiritual ecosystem. Over 15,000 African children, boys, are trafficked every year under the disguise of sports trials. So when we push our children into these unregulated lines, all we are doing is pushing them into predatory ecosystems immediately. Also, comprehensive instrumentalization. Parents are pushing their children into sports careers only because they want to meet on their own social status increments. A UK survey shows that 6% of parents push their children into sports careers because they want to increase their social status, which leads to turning their children into ego utility tools. Lastly, career fragility. It's a 0.01% chance of succeeding in sports as reported by FIFA. That's 1 in 10,000. So when parents push their children into these careers, knowingly or unknowingly, knowing the slim chance of them getting selected and knowing that in other careers they can succeed higher, it is exploitation, because they are pushing the downside to their child, and if there's an upside, they benefit from it directly. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant opening by Olajolo Akinloluwa, 14-year-old Wellspring College student, SS2 student. Parents who push their children into sports careers are exploiting them, he says. Well, his opponent begs to differ, and she is Helen Francis, and she's chaperoned to this national finals by Mr. Elijah and Miss Idongesit, who are keeping a close eye on her. By the way, Helen was the first runner-up from the Abuja regional finals, going up against the champion of the first Lagos regional final.
All right, Helen, your 4 minutes starts now.
Child was drowning in a river and you pull them out. Will anyone accuse you of pushing them into safety? Then why, when parents push their children into sports to pull them towards discipline, success, and opportunities, do you suddenly call it exploitation? That is not exploitation, it is love in action. All particles duly observed. I'm Helen from Government Science Secondary School, Maitama in Abuja. I stand before you to oppose the motion we state. Parents who push their children into sports careers are exploiting them. And with the following points, I begin my argument. Pushing children into sports careers helps them rise above adversity. According to the BBC Sports Report of 2022, Cristiano Ronaldo's father from Madeira in Portugal pushed him to train daily despite poverty, and that push took them from a small island to being the highest paid footballer on earth. Is that exploitation or salvation? Moreover, pushing children by parents helps them to secure their future and ensure as an act of sacrifice, not self-gain. According to People magazine of 2023, Coco Gau's parents quit their jobs, moved to the US, and invested everything they had into her career in tennis. And at 19 years old, she became a United States Open champion. If you lose your career for your child's dream, who exactly is being used here? Furthermore, parents' opportunities children cannot ordinarily perceive as shown when Messi's parents moved in all day from Argentina to Barcelona at only 13 years old, securing both world-class training and life-saving medical treatment. According to the FIFA.com report of 2022. That is not exploitation. It is simply an excellent foresight. At the same time, protection against dangerous paths. According to the BBC Africa report of 2023, in South Africa townships, many parents push their children into football and sport academies in order to keep them away from dangerous paths like gangs and violence, producing amazing legends like Benny McCarthy. In the same vein, it is this push that shapes the greatest of leaders. Good parenting today involves ensuring your child, pushing them with informed choices until they mature into great leaders. Richard Williams did this with Venus and Serena today, producing champions in sports who now rule in business, advocacy, and courts, according to ESPN report of 2021. And most importantly, a lifetime health investment. LeBron James' mother pushed him into basketball as a young child, giving him discipline and fitness from the very start. Today at 39, he can still perform full court sprints, jump higher than many half his age. That is the power of parental push. And more so, avoiding wasted potential. When Usain Bolt first discovered his potential in sprinting, he was able to take it seriously. But his parents pushed him to train and compete, producing the fastest man alive, an 8-time Olympic gold medalist and a world record holder. It is parental push that transforms talent into greatness. And furthermore, global opportunities through parental support. Yes, Divan Oduduro, a Nigerian sprinter, was pushed into athletics by his parents, and through it, he managed to obtain a scholarship in Texas Tech University. There, he became a 4-time NCAA champion in 100-meter and 200-meter races, securing a 19.73 second in 200-meter meet record. According to IAF report of 2019, that is the power of parental push. And lastly, resilience, discipline, and confidence through parental push. When parents encourage their children to participate in sports careers, they instill in them a spirit of resilience, discipline, and confidence that lasts a lifetime. Yes, Nigerian gymnast Stephanie Onu-Surioka, who discovered athletics at the age of 2 and was guided by her parents, has now become the best all-round gymnast in Nigeria, winning over 4 gold medals in the most recent National Youth Games and has achieved international success. Akin, I leave you with this question. If the very parents sacrifice the most for their children's dreams are called exploiters, what world do you have left for the ones who stand back and watch their children's potential waste away? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Helen.
Yes. You wanted a battle?
This is what I signed up for, Femi. This is exactly what I signed up for.
Now you have one on your hands. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will move on to the rebuttal rounds between Abu Francis Helen Ebo, who you just heard, of Government Science Secondary School, Pyakasa-Maitama, Abuja, and Akinloluwa Olajolo of Wellspring College. You go away, you miss. We'll be back.
Hungry for that real Nigerian flavor? Step into Ejala Foods, where every bite tastes like home. From fresh sizzling seafood to hearty soups, from smoky jollof rice to mouth-watering swallow and sides, we serve it fresh, we serve it local, and we serve it delicious. We're cooking for you every day at 45B Sus Crescent, Abacha Estate, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja. 37 Bode Thomas Street, Surulere opposite Access Bank. Number 40 Fola Osibo Road, Lekki Phase 1. Follow the taste on Instagram at ejala.ng. Ejala Foods, your taste buds will thank you.
And we thank you as well, Enjanla Foods, our feeding partner for the national championships. Thanks to Obi Weezy, our gadget plug and partner of many years. We appreciate you. Thanks to Chrisland Schools, our host institution. Thanks to Diamonds and Pearls, our travel partner for the National Tournament of Champions. Thanks to Mercy Children's Hospital for providing health cover just in case any of our young ones need medical attention. All bases covered. Let's go straight to the rebuttal rounds.
All right, we're going to switch positions this time. We're starting with Helen. Helen, are you ready? All right. Your 4 minutes, Helen, starts now.
My opponent has blurred the line between two different realities. Pushing a child into sport is guidance, encouragement, and a sacrifice that helps that child unlock talent, discipline, and future opportunities. While exploitation is selfishly draining a child of his fame, money, or pride, while robbing him of his education, health, and happiness. If we confuse these two, we risk condemning responsible and loving parents as exploiters, which is simply false. And that is the true context of this debate. So, Akin claimed that autonomy overrides every aspect of a child's life. Well, that is false, as it has been the divine duty of parents to show children the path to go. It is their divine duty to show them where to go, as they are not yet mature enough to know the path. It is parents that actually push children to show them the right path, and they have seen that it's a sports career that will give children discipline and resilience. The vital work ethics are needed to make it in Nigerian atmosphere. You also mentioned irreversible physical harm. Well, I'm very sorry. I think you have your facts wrong, because according to the American Orthopedic Society, they mentioned that over 80% of the injuries sustained during sport activities are minor. So, and besides, physical harm can still be gotten in other aspects of our life, from walking down the stairs to going to school. Shows that we should ban school and call it exploitation too. You also mentioned emotional and psychological trauma. You also mentioned emotional and psychological trauma. This is only gained due to bad coaching. Parents are not experienced coaches, so they give their children to coaches to train them on what to do. And it is these coaches that overtrain them. And that is where parents come in. A parent will push, will be there for them, will encourage them, and will properly shun the coach when he or she is trying to overtrain them and give them emotional trauma. You also mentioned child exploitation, that children are giving up their leisure time for sport, are taking up their time. Well, I'm very sorry, you have your facts wrong. As children do not give up leisure. The government has set up, and the Child Rights Act has set up measures to ensure that children do not train for more than 8 hours a day, leaving time for him to go to school. Education is a place where you can still have fun, enjoy your leisure time. So they go to school, enjoy their time with their friends, and even make up more relationships as they travel, engage in teamwork, and make more friends. Speaking of economic integration, you mentioned that parents are the ones benefiting directly. But look around you. Look at the people that are leading and topping the charts. Cristiano Ronaldo, who does the fame, who does the pride go to? Is it him or his parents? If you win this debate, who will the pride go to? Is it you or your parents? Who will the money and the fame go to? Whose face will be on the banners of Nigeria Info? You or your parents? Moving on. You also spoke about minor acceptance is not genuine. But this whole thing began as a talent seen that the parents saw in their child. They saw their child enjoying a particular sport, and they saw, oh wow, this is a talent that we can broadcast, and so they went up to it. So, and it is the duty of a parent to show the child the way to go. You spoke about identity erosion. Well, I'm very sorry, you are very wrong, as this sports careers is what gives children an identity on a global stage. You spoke about structural exploitation and trafficking. Trafficking only occurs when there is bad coaching and wrong federal systems in place, and it is the duty of these parents. No parents will fully entrust their child to somebody that they know is a fake agent, because we all love our parents all love us. Why would they entrust their child to somebody to be trafficked, to suffer abuse, when they know this is what's going to happen? All the money they have invested, why would they even invest that much money into something that will eventually go into waste? Speaking of comprehensive industrialization, you mentioned that parents are pushing their children into careers that will industrialize them and make them. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Always land, please. If the bell goes off, just land, just complete that idea you were making. Always land. Well done, Helen Abu Francis of Government Science Secondary School, Pyakasa-Maitama, Abuja. We now go to our opponent for his rebuttal round, Olajolo Akinloluwa.
Akinloluwa, your 4 minutes starts now.
The opposition has blurred the lines of this debate effectively because in everything they've said in their in response to me, they've also contradicted themselves. So if we're going to talk about trafficking, I have a problem with this because you cannot say that people in undeserved areas will understand how to look at who is a good coach or not, or understand. All they know is my child is about to be a footballer and I'm about to be crazy rich. So even if they put their child into trafficking dens, they do not even understand what they have done. Now, to your point I mentioned, the opposition kept talking about rare exceptions. Like I said, 1 in 10,000 professional athletes get to that main elite point. So if Serena Williams succeeded, 999,000 of them did not. If Ronaldo succeeded, others did not. In Messi's same village where they picked him up from, there were other 200 athletes that were there that could have been selected. They were not selected. So also they spoke on discipline and success. Debate gives us discipline. For me to be able to calm myself down and discipline myself to understand your argument and reply gives us discipline. School gives us discipline. Putting children into sporting careers is not the same as telling your child to go and play football with his friends on the road. That means you're going to have early on intense training. This intense training leads to bruises and psychological harm for them. You spoke on love, but this time in so many cases, parents love in sports careers or demand on medals. So when your child wins a medal, you appreciate them or you love them, or when your child is performing badly in this sport they are spending money on, you do not love them as much as when they are doing well. Also, you spoke on, like I said, Cristiano Ronaldo, other exceptions, but these exceptions are not the countless and unknown millions who did not succeed. Also, you spoke on securing their future. How can you secure their future when in this same sport there's a 99% harm rate in this? And you spoke on a statistic that report that these children are not it's minor injury, and when the injury is major. So out of all 10,000 of them that are going to be injured, are you telling me that none of them are going to have major injuries? Even footballers that we see into this, our careers have ended because of major injuries, and if they don't have any other life plan to get to, that is it. Their life is over and they have to dwell on the money they have made throughout their football career. And it's only few footballers have had so much money to make and sustain the rest of their lives. Also, you spoke on they can go to school and they have 8 hours training daily. Now imagine if a footballer trains for 8 hours, or any other sport they train for 8 hours, and they still have to go to school, write exams, come back, go for training, travel and do all this other thing. Ronaldo's son goes to school, but even when he goes to school, his attendance in that school is very low because he has to be Ronaldo's son. He has to go to trainings and every other thing, so he cannot maintain both of them. You spoke on you can get scholarships from sports. At the same time, we that were debating today, any Nigerian can see us and decide to give us scholarships. I debated at the United Nations Association of Nigeria, and I could have gotten a scholarship from there. They gave another person a scholarship. There are so many opportunities except sports. Putting children into sports and putting children into sports careers are two different things. My opponent, you didn't go into any one of them. What you went into is just encouraging your child. Encouragement in today's case cannot happen because to effectively exploit someone, there has to be intent, harm, and disregard. The intent is ignorance. If a parent forgets that there is so much harm in this career that they are pushing their child into, then they fall under harm because in this ignorance will cause so much harm to the child, and disregard because you claim they are planning for them, but if they get injured, that's the end of their life. Then you also speak on parental sacrifice. You asked me a question. If my mother sacrifices her job for me to go into football, I beg you, if I fail, that is it. There's no love in it anymore. There's nothing to it anymore because this sacrifice is just an illusion to trap the child to continue to coerce them and pressure them to continue going into that sports line. You also spoke on guidance, but there's no guidance in this. If this guidance is compelling them into a sport or into one sports career, guidance turns into pressure when you zero out every other career opportunity. To push a child into a sports career, it means you are pushing them out of every other opportunity. And you spoke on parents being the ones to influence their child's career path. My dad might have wanted me to be a lawyer, but if that's not what I'm good at, he cannot force me to all of a sudden become good at it and push me to that career. Parents are pushing their children to start training football at such young ages. That might not be their passion, but the moment you push them in, you zero out every other career opportunity for that child. For those reasons, I beg the adjudicators to oppose. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so the rebuttal round is well and truly over. Olajolo Akinloluwa of Wellspring College landing his blows in that part, having taken quite a hefty chunk of Helen Abu's punches earlier on. Maryann, where do we go from here?
We'll take a quick break, and when we return,
we need
yes, when it's time, we will take the closing arguments because the fire is burning. It's burning.
Really burning. We'll be back, Lagos.
Obiwizi, Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadgets trade-ins. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned. Got a phone, a laptop? Bring it in and walk out with an upgrade, a cashback, or both. Whether you shop in store or online at obiwizi.com, that is obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service. Because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow us on Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page and on TikTok at Obiwizi.
Welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Femi Obong-Daniels, and her name is
Maryann Okon. I love it that you are part of the Tournament of Champions, because where would you rather be?
Yes, you know. But you see, we are the mere appendages, the asterisks in the grand scheme of things. These are the names that have made you all assemble. Olajolo, Akinloluwa of Wellspring College, Lagos, and Abu Francis Helen Ebo of Government Science Secondary School, Pyakasa-Maitama, Abuja. Two strong contenders vying for a slot in the quarterfinal. Already having booked this passage is Majesty Joseph Ojochegbe. There's still one more debate to go after this one, but this in itself is still unfinished business. And so we go straight to the closing arguments.
All right, well, we're reverting to the opening. Yes, of course, the supporter of the argument, I beg your pardon. So we're starting with you, Olajolo. Now you have 3 minutes each, as usual. Are you ready?
Yes. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, by the way, and voting is in progress on those live streams.
Yes.
Go to Nigeria Info on YouTube or Nigeria Info on Facebook, and please vote for either Akinloluwa or Helen.
Yes, of course, you can also do that same voting on X, because there's a poll up on X. All right, don't forget, we're live on YouTube and Facebook, on Nigeria Info, and on Kids FM across the nation. Olajolo, your 3 minutes starts now.
Adjudicators, all the opposition has done today, it shows rare exceptions and then try to make that seem like out of 10,000 other people will succeed, and it's a lie. They wouldn't, because every champions podium holds a graveyard of childhoods. Behind all the anthems and medals are thousands of boys and girls being pushed, not nudged, into a system that demands their bodies, time and future. And this is no gentle hand. It's a shove down a one-way street where holistic growth is sacrificed for training, and then your love is measured by the amount of medals you can bring home. And here's the truth: no system will exploit no child if a parent does not bring that child to the gate first. You see, it's a tragedy. Those who are meant to protect us are the ones carrying us to this altar, not out of malice, but because sometimes they believe, innocently sometimes, that this harm is love and the gamble is destiny. Gambling your children's life. You see, we're not condemning every child that goes into sporting activities or sporting careers with parental support. But what we're saying is, when the prize eclipses the person, when the scoreboard is more important than the child's well-being, then support or guidance becomes exploitation. You see, the opposition has waved rare cards like Serena Williams, Ronaldo, Messi, but the truth of the matter is they don't qualify the unknown millions who did not make it, going away with their broken bodies and confidence. And it is a shame and a dangerous activity to redefine the word trust, to redefine the word push as support or guidance, more often as economic pressure, when families are trying to bid for their last bread winner. And what do? Turn children into economic engines. It is textbook harm. Intent plus harm plus disregard. And and when you push children into sporting careers, it is never a harmless opportunity. For some, it's the cost of childhood themselves, and enjoyment or consent does not remove exploitation, because it does not remove exploitation because there's power imbalance, and let alone the foresight of what can happen in the long run, which is the closure of every other life opportunity or injuries that can lead to fatal life spans. And the harm is structural. It's not just about bad parents. Even the loving ones become complicit when they meet the outrageous demands of the system. And investment does not remove exploitation. You know why? Because it can deepen it. Because after spending years of training fees, betrayal Quitting feels like betrayal. So the pressure to continue becomes coercion without you shouting or saying one word. Adjudicators. A society that cannot name exploitation cannot end it. If we cannot end it, then we're complicit. And the moment we stop seeing that our children are not projects like the all-known Project Mbappe, we stop raising children and building sacrifices. Adjudicators, we're in a system. Well, our job as parents is to protect children from a system that will consume their potential. If the system has 99% harm rate and can lead to long-term illness of the child, what do? We don't push them down that line, or else that is exploitation with a smile. And if love blinds our eyes from seeing this, as most Nigerian people would do, love blinding them, it's high time we open our eyes, because the podium or the medals or the great name and their names on the billboards of every Nigerian info channel is not what the graveyard beneath it and sacrificing their childhood. I say again, today's debate is about pushing children into sports careers. The opposition has failed to prove that.
Whoa!
Thank you.
Brilliant closer by Akinloluwa Olajolo.
Yes.
14-year-old Wellspring College student. He is just going to SS2. Well done. Parents who push their children into sports careers are exploiting them. He proposes. His opposition, Helen Francis Abu, is 15. She's from Government Science Secondary School, Pyakasa-Maitama, Abuja, and she has one chance to counter him one last time.
Yes. Are you ready? You have 3 minutes, Helen, and your time starts now.
I think I asked you one question. You mentioned that parents push their children into hellholes to be exploited. But the topic here is simple. Parents who push their children into sports careers are exploiting them. We are not asking about who is exploiting them. We are simply stating the obvious fact that our topic presents. Parents are the ones exploiting them. So when it comes to career fertility, when it comes to the standard, when it comes to sexual abuse, when it comes to emotional abuse experienced inside the court, the parents are not the one exploiting them. So what exactly is your point? Let us pause and reflect. Every parent who pushes their child into a sports career if every parent who pushes their child into a sports career is called an exploiter, then we must ask, who truly benefits from this so-called exploitation? The evidence says it all. It is the child, not the parent. First, let us consider identity and pride. Sports careers give children something priceless, a name, a legacy, and a sense of self-worth. Michael Phelps' mother, for instance, was the one insisting on a daily swim routine for a boy with ADHD to cure him. But today, that push did not enslave him. It gave him 28 Olympic medals and has turned what was once a weakness into a platform of greatness. Parents who push their children into sports careers are giving them an identity, not stealing it. Second, let us talk about our choices versus our chances. In life, many children often grow up regretting what they never tried, not what they were guided to pursue. A parent's push is not a prison, it is a door. And without that door, many children would not even know their own capacity. Imagine if Eliud Kipchoge's mother never pushed him to run in rural Kenya. Today, he is the first man to ever run a full marathon in 2 hours, inspiring millions nationwide. Not because they are going to go into sports careers, but because they believe, when they see him, they say, if he can, then I can too. Let us speak about the ripple effect. When one parent pushes their child into a sports career, whether he succeeds or not, he serves as an inspiration. He builds hope for families, communities, and even a nation. Every medal won, every podium on which his national anthem is sung inspires thousands of young ones who believe and say, if he can, then I can too. That is not exploitation. That is simply opportunity magnified. And let us appeal to our hearts. Exploitation is when people selfishly drain children of their fame, pride, and identity. While what exactly goes on today is simply parents pushing children to do what they believe they can do, what they have seen them doing. They're just giving them a more structured appeal. So, my dear judges, before you weigh the motion, weigh not just the stories of medals and trophies, but weigh also the sacrifice, the identities, and the opportunities that have been built by parents who dared to push. That is not exploitation. That is elevation. Thank you.
Thank you. Right bang on time.
Brilliant debate. Brilliant debaters. Abu Francis, Helen Ebo of Government Science Secondary School, Pyakasa-Maitama, Abuja. She's just graduated from that school. She's only 15. And every single syllable she's uttered has been well worth the time spent on it. So has her opponent, Olajolo Akinloluwa, 14 years of age, of Wellspring College, now an SS2 student. Ladies and gentlemen, it's down to the judges now, but you can still vote for either of them.
Yes, of course. We have our polls up on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. It's live. So go click. If it's Olajolo you're voting for, click on that. If it's Abu Francis Helen, click on that. But we will obviously let you know what the polls are at the end of the day. In the meantime, we'll take a quick break and allow the judges to do their thing. When we return, our diction judge will go first.
As Chrislyn, some of our recent achievements in sports. We lifted the ISIN Under-17 soccer trophies in 2023 and 2024 consecutively. Chrislyn female soccer team also won the ISIN Under-14 and Under-12 soccer competition in 2024. Chrislyn football team defeated the schools to lift the soccer fiesta trophies 4 times. We take pride in a powerful alumni as we continue to raise global leaders, captains of industry, and eminent professionals in diverse fields all over the world.
You'll find Chrisland School in Katampe, Abuja at number 5 Samuel Oladile Crescent by Gishiri Bus Stop, opposite Nikon Junction, Katampe District, FCT, Abuja. That's the number to call, 002-319-9882 or 003-648-5770 or 0703-135-5323. If you are hungry for Nigerian flavor, step into Janla Foods, where every bite tastes like home. From fresh sizzling seafood to hearty soup, from smoky jollof rice to mouth-watering swallow and sides, we serve it fresh, we serve it local, and we serve it delicious. We are cooking for you every day at number 45B Suez Crescent, Abacha Estate, Use Zone 4 in Abuja, and at number 37 Body Thomas Street, opposite Access Bank in Lagos, and of course at number 40 Fola Oshibo Road, Lekki Phase 1. Follow the taste on Instagram at ejanla.ng. That is at ejanla.ng. Ejanla Foods, your taste buds will thank you. Is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget trade-ins. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled O-B-I-W-E-Z-Y. That is O-B-I-W-E-Z-Y.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much. What a brilliant debate we've had. Soon you will know how that debate had gone. First, we go to our diction coach and judge, Yvonne Haifa.
Thank you, Femi. Well done, lady and gentleman. I'll start with you, Lady Helen. You say Usain Bolt, not Usain. You, not U, okay? Usain Bolt. You say gymnast, not gymnast. Gymnast, okay? Gymnast, not gymnast. Parents, both of you, not parent. Pair. A pair of shoes. The same sound in pair is the same sound in parents, okay? So you say parents, not parents. Pair. Parents. You say trauma. Helen, not trauma. Tro, not tra. Tro, okay? Trauma. You say genuine. Genuine. Okay? Genuine. Pursue, not pursue. It's never sh. It is s. Pursue or pursue. Okay, so not pursue. It is stories, not stories. Stories, not store, but storm. Okay. You also say, I'll come now to you, Olajolo. You say complicit, not complicit. Complicit, okay? You say pressure, not pressure. Pressure, worth, not what. What is WHAT? Worth is WORTH. So you say worth. Guidance, not guidance. There is no I after D. It is GUIDANCE. So you say guidance, not guidance. Maintain, not maintain. Maintain. Main and tain give you maintain. Their lives, not their life. There already implies plural. More than one person. So more than one life, then you say their lives, okay? You also say Nigeria info. Lagos, please. It is not Nigerian info, okay? Nigeria info. And then
Just a reminder, it's not just Lagos now.
Lagos, Abuja,
Everybody.
everywhere. Please, Nigeria info, not Nigerian info.
So it's Nigeria the country, not Nigeria the national.
Not Nigeria the nationality. Thank you, Femi. Then the past perfect tense of show is shown. So you should have said has already shown us, not has already showed us. Has showed us, yes. Has shown us, yes, but showed us. So the simple past tense of show is showed. She showed us the figure. But she has shown us the figure. Not she has showed us. Okay, because the past perfect tense of show is shown. The simple past tense is showed. I'll leave it here. Over to you, lady and gentleman.
Thank you, Yvonne. Okay, let's find out what the judges. Judges, I love you. I don't want to be you. God bless you.
It's decision time. Hard though it may be. For this second debate, the judges have scored the two contestants thus. In the presentation round, Judge Ikechi gives it 10 to 9.5. Akin. Judge Majid gives it 10-10. A tie. Judge Ufoma scores it 10 to 9.5. Helen. And Judge Chike scores it a tie. 10-10. It's 39.5 to 39.5 between Akinloluwa and Helen after round one. Now to round two, the rebuttal round. Judge Ikechi scores it 10-10. A tie. Judge Majid scores it 10-9 for Akin. Judge Ufoma scores it 10-9 for Akin. And Chief Judge Chike scores it 10-9 for Helen. It's 39 points to Akin and 38 to Helen. It is a 1-point swing at the end of round two. Bringing us to the closing round. Judge Ikechi scores it 10 to 9.5 for Helen. Judge Ufoma scores it 10-10. Chief Judge Chike scores it 10-10. Judge Majid scores it 10-9. Diction scoring is a tie. It's 10-10. So Judge Majid scoring at 10-9 is for your winner. By a slim margin of 1.5 points, 128 to 126.5. Congratulations. Akinloluwa, Olajolo. Judge Majid's final scoring was 10-9 for Akin. It is slim, but it does the job. Congratulations, Akin.
Well
Congratulations.
Done.
Yes.
Thank you.
I could see that you were holding your breath. You were as soon as you heard your name, you took off your glasses and you heaved that sigh of relief. Did you see it coming? Were you sure that you were going to win?
I will say I was, but I knew it was going to be a very, very slim margin. I was telling my mom Ricardo it's about to be a slim margin. She's a worthy opponent, very worthy.
Nice.
Shook me.
Congratulations to your foundations, I'm sure.
Helen,
well done.
you brought the fire.
I'll go to battle any day with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll do so with my eyes closed, confident
Absolutely.
that my 6 is covered. Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Just before we go any further, I'd just like to let the audience know that today's matches, 3 winners would be assessed based on the strength of their overall performance and ranked first, second, and third for the day. One of the 3 losers would be granted a wild card to remain in the contest, while the other 2 will be eliminated. So we just want to put that out there, just for your information. Thank you.
So Majesty has progressed. Akinloluwa has now progressed. Ruth is on the waiting list, and
So is
Helen
Maryann.
is now there with her. Yet, the decision is not made for the day.
Yeah, of course, we've not concluded because we have one more battle to go. And I must tell you, I think this is a good Monday for me. Absolutely great debate so far.
We have enough time to take some comments.
Yes, of
and
course.
some phone calls.
Yes.
We have up to like 5 minutes, so we might as well get to it.
Yes, of course. I want to start with YouTube because I see a lot of comments, but I want to go all the way up. Miss Oma Helen here says, "Come, why are people not voting for?" Anyway, this one says, "Helen, I'm super proud of you. That's my niece, guys, and this is from your auntie Okoje Helen. Oh, you're her namesake. Lovely. She's been, cheering for you all the way." Ines Okoje says, "Give them. I feel like crying. My girl is on fire." And of course, Emeokeke here says, "Boy, you are good. Well done." And that's to Olajolo. And someone says, "I pray to God that Helen wins this." That's on YouTube. Let's quickly go to Facebook. Adeshala Aderele here says, "Heleno, wonderful opener. I love these living examples. They're infallible. Olajolo has met his match. No doubt. Go for gold, Helen." But then, of course, Olajolo is the winner today. And so many people are still commenting and applauding Olajolo. Obviously, some people have even said that they were scared and worried for the judges, but they did their thing. I mean, like I said, love you, don't want to be you. Anyway, we can open up the phone lines for a few minutes. Yes. 0201 277 0993, 0201 465 7190. We'll keep it short and sweet because we've got to go. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Maryann. Good afternoon, sir.
How are you doing?
Fine, sir.
Well done.
What's your name? Where are you calling from? Go, go, go.
My name is Bless. I'm calling from Abuja.
Go ahead.
So good afternoon to the rest of them, or both the debaters too. Good one, good one. I love the debate. Maryann, yeah, even the one that lose, please, if you should find something to just console that one too, because both of them, they all...
They did a great job, yes. Yes.
Yeah. The reason why, because you look at it, for me, it's like I'm just feeling too bad, like, I have lost. So, just look for something and just use that to, because both of...
Okay, I will buy a puff. Is that okay? Thank you very much for calling. We need to take as many calls as we can before we go. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hey, God, I beg. Jesus. I wanted to drink water, but let me confess. With bated breath, these children have churned out points after points after points. Oh, God. Helen, no. Helen is going to come back for this one. God, I'm very, very sure.
Fingers crossed.
Amen.
I like how she said it.
Tell your son to be coming down. I want him to be coming down. Oh, God, the fireworks all the way, man. Thank you, Nigeria Info. God bless
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bully, for calling. Thank you so much. We have to take as many calls as we can before we go. Hello. Welcome to I Beg to Differ.
Yes, my name is Isaiah, calling from Sule.
Isaiah, why are you calling the ladies line? Go ahead, quickly.
Okay. I want to say that the competition was amazing.
Okay.
It was amazing. It was superb.
Yeah.
I applaud them.
All right. Thank you, Isaiah. And I can tell that Isaiah is, as young as you, obviously intrigued by the competition. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Maryann.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the show. I must tell you, I'm enjoying the show. And also, she should have really been early. But I said she had the show. That's our reporting. She was not really reporting very well. But she did very, very well. Very, very well. She had my support, my unborn children's support, my family support, and everybody support.
Your whole generation support. I love it. Thank you very much for calling. All right. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Femi.
How are you doing?
Hello.
Welcome.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Humble from Ethiopia.
Welcome, Humble.
Yeah. I followed the debate. I think Olajolo and Helen, both of them, they did a very good job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Humble, for calling. At this point, I think we're going to have to let go on a break and allow for the next set of debaters to come in as we get ready for yet another fiery session.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
This taste na banger. This taste na creamy rich. This taste na newness.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates.